social media. So when you are meeting these new people, you can treat this person as a friend. Don't just think of them as a potential prospect. Think of this person as a friend first. Get to know this person, care about this person, find common ground. So, for example, I have two kids. One is in the fourth grade, one is in the second grade. So, if this person also has kids, then we can talk about kids. And that's where we can start. We can talk about the health of our kids. We can talk about the health of our spouses, our family members, or if they are working, you can talk to them about maybe potential extra income. It's all about actually caring about the other person.
Always, I mean, people are looking for products they need. And for business, it's always when they want to transform, when they want to change, and then they will catch the opportunity. So very often, I always start with caring for them. I start with building relationship with them, and then I will share what might be helping her. So, for example, I will invite her to training. So because we have limited time, really 8 minutes for everyone. So I hope my sharing is helpful to you, and I hope you feel fruitful from this forum. And also, I would like to wish you a wonderful start in 2021. Say goodbye to 2020, and there's always light in the end of the tunnel. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm finished. Thank you. Wonderful, Selena. And what you were sharing that reminded me because I've visited Taipei for 4 days, and actually in Taiwan, yes, it's really a place filled with culture and it's pleasant weather and people are nice and friendly. So I believe, like we said, when you are doing business, the speed of building trust, the speed of building friendship, that means the speed to success. So when you make people feel friendly, when you make people want to talk to you, then yeah, it's a good start for everything else. So I think Chinese people in our culture, there's a tradition of building friendship first before building business relationship. So it's like when we were young in the family, I mean, when we were small, we knew this very well early on. So indeed, a lot of people did not pay much attention to getting along with people, and they only started how to smile, how to build connection with strangers when they joined Jeunesse. And I'm really grateful to Selena for your wonderful sharing, and I send blessings to you, to your team, and I hope you would have a thriving business, a wonderful business in 2021. Our next speaker is from Hong Kong. She's very famous. Her name is Yu Tong. So I find her really special because we were in Bora Bora. We had wonderful experiences. I took my daughter with me, and Yu Tong, she took her daughters with her, and her daughters were diamond directors, and her daughters are only like 26 and 30 years old, and it was a wonderful picture. I saw how she educated her daughter, inspired them, and also it was a wonderful experiences. And I observed that she is really good in teaching young children. And for Yu Tong, I knew that she after she graduated from college, she became an art teacher in senior high school. So like Selena, those who those who learn art, it seems they had talent in getting along with people. So actually, before she joined Jeunesse in 2014, she has some he has some experiences in e-commerce platform. But once she learned more, the more she learned about Jeunesse, she accelerated her speed to success. Within 3 months, she became a ruby, and 6 months, she became an emerald. And now in her team, she had 3 diamond, more than 30 ruby, and her team covered 57 countries around the world. And her motto others, if you help others, actually it's a great success to yourself. And as long as you live, you cannot stop taking action. So I listened to her lecture. She has some online courses. She emphasized on service, and she has special experiences in promoting Rewrite of Blue. So today is really our great honor to have Yu Tong to stay with us, and I would like her, and we can listen to her how we can start with a healthcare services, how to build up the market. Yes, thank you, my dear Jeunesse family members. Happy New Year, 2021. And I'm really grateful to Jeunesse. Thank you for having me on this platform. Feel wonderful that I can share with you my experiences here. And I'm grateful to everyone online helping me. And also, I'm really grateful to He Xin. You are really a great example to me. You're double diamond. And like she mentioned, before I joined Jeunesse, I had another job that I can earn 60,000 US dollars a month. And why I chose Jeunesse and started from scratch? Well, I can share with you. I remember at that time when I started studying Jeunesse, trying to make a decision whether I should join, I was really impressed by our founders. Because I think the ideas or the conviction of the business owner, that really is the key decision-making element when we look at whether a company will succeed. And our founders, they focus on how to support the family, how to feedback, how to share the benefits we earn, how to do charity. And that was really impressive. Because very often people think about, okay, consumers, we earn a part from their consumption. And in Jeunesse, it's different. You spend money and you earn money, and also you're doing charity. I think that's really a very different business model that we observe from the founders of Jeunesse. And secondly, I think Jeunesse really highlights the power, the charm of e-commerce and also internet marketing. Let's say internet, big health, and also quarantine economy, meaning that you can start a business at home. And also, it's so beautiful that as long as you have Wi-Fi and smart home, actually you can start your business at home. That's wonderful, isn't it? So with this pandemic, I mean, I can make some comparisons. That's really impressive. And also, if we look at the products of Jeunesse, we can see products are really the soul of a company. And these products are endorsed by advanced anti-aging experts. And Jeunesse has been staying ahead of the competitors in the industry. So these products really make people healthy and happy and, of course, fortunate. So this is wonderful. And also, thirdly, I look at the business model of Jeunesse. I would say it's really a good model for everyone, meaning that we can win-win. And also, we have wonderful training. There's a sustainable competitiveness. It all starts from corporate culture. And of course, we cannot forget the incentive travels that's expanding our world view. And of course, we cannot forget charity, that we have Jeunesse Kids. Love is internal, just like Jeunesse is internal, that we care so much about society and also the children. In Jeunesse, I think it's wonderful that we see successful people, they can succeed again. And those who are not as fortunate, they can have the fair opportunity to succeed. And also, Jeunesse is helping people add value to their life. And younger people, entrepreneurs, can make themselves more healthy, more and happier. So my decision is that, okay, I join Jeunesse, and especially today when we talk about the demands for health, for better health, and also how we polish, optimize our service. So what I think we should become a product-oriented business model, and service is really the key. A lot of people nowadays focus on two. I mean, if you cannot persuade people to join you, first of all, you really have to understand people. A lot of people, they are they have this fear to change. They have this fear to be cheated. So you cannot start with like talking about Jeunesse all the time. You should present products, not really present, but as long as they can feel the product, they love the product, and that's a really starting point to talk. And as they join Jeunesse, you can teach them, you can guide them through how to better use the products. For example, if we have enough time, enough products, and we have to walk them through, we need to wait a while, we need to operate, we need to build our business. It's not instant success, but it just takes some more time. And it is in this process, as we wait and work together, it's time for us to understand the needs of their family, the needs of their friends. And as long as they really, they fall into the products, they love the products, they're more than willing to share. And for Jeunesse, the starting point when you start to consume this product, that's a starting point to earn money. For example, when I get a package, it's the $3,500 US dollars. Then I think about like 6 people. As long as I can get 6 people buying this package just like me, then that's 60 points. That's endless. We're seeing this CV points is expanding exponentially, and we're seeing the team members growing exponentially. So for me, that's a 6-6 rule. And a lot of people, they will ask me, my sons, they can become diamond directors in 3 years. I think the key is really they have to make the decision. Once they make the decision, they have to be dedicated, and then they need to find a good mentor. And I'm their mother. I always point the road to success to them, right? They can learn from me. And there's one thing very important. My sons, they are 100%. They take actions, follow my rule, keep it simple. They believe, and then they listen to my orders, and then take actions. You see, a lot of people, we are adults, yes. Keeping it simple, all these rules, we've been hearing that several times, many times. But a lot of times, adults, they listen to things, but they are taking actions otherwise, in other ways. So if you can really keep it simple, you can believe, and you listen to orders and take action, follow suit, then yeah, it's really, you're doomed to succeed. Well, if you go back to the basics is the really most important. The simplest way is actually the most effective. Let me share with you a story to end my sharing. There was one billionaire, and this billionaire, he was walking his dog, and then he saw an assassin. The assassin killed his dog. So he asked the assassin, "Why you killed my dog?" And the assassin said, "Well, someone offered me 5 million to kill your dog's life." Well, that's a linguistic joke. So the billionaire said something, "Yeah, I really want to meet your Chinese teacher, because that's well, here I would like to say to you, well, keep it clear. If you get the orders clear, then that's an opportunity. If you get the message wrong with a slip of tongue, then that's really a failure. So just practice and go back to the basics. Speak well and make well money." Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. This is the master class. So it's really, when we talk about communication, actually, the masters are the greatest storytellers. You tell stories to make people inspired, make people awaken. So keep it simple, believe, follow the orders, take actions. Well, it's not easy. It's not as easy as it sounds. But when you get the right people, when you are doing the right project, yeah, and everything, it's all clear. There's no obstacle, and you're be successful. So thank you, Yutong. This is wonderful sharing. Even though it's just 8 minutes, but it's really fruitful. And all those sentences, you share, those were all inspiring. Just get one or a few sentences, and you follow them, you will be really successful. Our next speaker is also from Taiwan, another diamond director. As I look into her resume, I found some similarities. We were once housewives. And this is really, I mean, in among housewives, there are a lot of surprises. I mean, there's a lot of hidden talents in housewives. And her name is Jia Zhen. She grew up in a military dormitory in southern part of Taiwan, and she aspired to become a good leader since she was a child. And she started as a hairdresser assistant in a salon in the city, and very quickly she became a hairstylist. She accomplished a goal. And when she was really young, she earned a lot of money. She became economically independent. And then she got married and became a responsible, a wonderful housewife. And yet, as she's so talented, she decided to get out of the house a bit. And she again transformed herself from a housewife. As she joined Jeunesse, she became a very successful entrepreneur. And she stood onto the stage. Now she's on another brilliant track to a successful life. So my topic for Jia Zhen is from experience marketing to team building. So Julie, so it's your turn. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. So, dear Jeunesse family members, good evening or good morning. I'm Julie. I'm very happy to see you all online and share with you. So, I know that people have different definitions when it comes to success, but when it comes to success, some people would like to have fame, fortune, some would like to pursue their dreams. And for myself, I only have one hope. And my hope is that through Jeunesse, I can be better. And there are different roles that I play. For example, as a mother, I know that it's my true calling. I have 3 kids. And when I take care of my kids, in this process, not only do I have to take care of my kids, I also have to take care of the elderly people. And that's something that I know I have to do. So people always say that happiness is priceless. But if you don't have the economy to pick up that happiness, then sometimes it could be fleeting. It would run away from you. And that's why I chose to come out and work. In order to be a good mother, in order to provide for my kids, my family, to give them a better life, I turned from being passive to being more proactive. And that's what drove me to start this Jeunesse business. I don't want to just stay at home. Before getting married, I was a hairdresser. And in addition to my professional expertise, I was also very good at managing relationships with my customers. And that's why I was the ace in my barber shop. And I was always or often the designated hairdresser for a lot of customers. And it's all because of my hard work. And I created a lot of fortune for myself, a lot of wealth for myself. But after all, it's still just a conventional business. You have to do a lot of promotions, you have to package yourself, and you have to build your image. And it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of capital. And so when you're running a conventional business, it creates a lot of pressure on you. But after joining Jeunesse, I realized that on Jeunesse, with this platform, all the packaging, all the product design, all the brand image, and also charity, it's all taken care of by the headquarters. You don't have to worry about any of that. The company can help you with all the websites, all the promotions, all the ads, and promote it to the rest of the world. All you have to do is to just be part of it. That's the resources that you enjoy with Jeunesse. So I think from experience marketing or experiential marketing to team building, I think we all know that economically there are a lot of changes and also a lot of improvements. So these changes and improvements come from learning. You have to keep learning. You have to keep training, not just yourself, but also your team. And only by doing so can you succeed. So I think there are three things we can talk about. First is educational training. You have to make sure that you and your team members know the value of Jeunesse. Secondly, you have to have a very sound program for training. And thirdly, you have turned this learning into actually succeeding. So people have to have the right mindset. And they have to treat this business as their own business. They have to have the right concepts. And they have to start with the fundamentals. They have to lay down the foundation and really focus on the basics. So we know that in addition to this, in addition to your own knowledge, again, it doesn't matter if it's just you or your team. In addition to these core knowledge, you still also need to learn how to manage people. And if you can manage people, you can create more business opportunities. So in a lot of crucial moments, you have to understand that why you're learning and what are the values that what you learn can bring you. And when you face different challenges and obstacles, how do you overcome them? And how can you deploy different strategies to lead your team so that you can set a very clear course and direction for your team? So all of these are applicable across different businesses. When I was a hairdresser, I also wanted every hairdresser or every stylist in the barbershop to keep learning. When a company can continually educate its employees, when the employees can continually improve, they can keep meeting the needs of the customers and they can stay competitive and they can stay afloat in the market. So in this process, you have to have a clear goal and you have to be able to execute. And you have to elevate the abilities of your teams in order to do better. So just like the previous diamonds have said, it's about repeating and duplicating the simple things. Don't make things too complicated. So that's what I do as well. So in 2020, well, now it's already 2021. I look back at the past year, and this past year, due to the pandemic, I know that people really wanted to elevate in your business, in their business. And they took every opportunity to learn. So we used this opportunity to train our team to make sure that they can collaborate more and they can grow with each other. And when they can grow with each other, they can share their stories. I think that's, again, something that you can only do when you grow. And you can be a really good speaker, you can build your team to set up a very effective team. Thank you. So we all have our own deck of cards. We're dealt different decks of cards by God, but God is fair. And it's really about how you play your hand of cards. You have to find the right opportunity, you have to find the right time to play the right cards in order to become the best your best self. And even when you're anxious or nervous, you should still bring out the best side of yourselves. And let's not forget, you're the ace up your own sleeve. So I hope that, dear Jeunesse family members, we can all soak up this corporate culture of Jeunesse. We can change the way we think, we can enrich our lives, and we can use this faith to find a path for our future. Our attitude defines our altitude, and let's embrace our dreams so that we have more time to be with our family members, we have more energy to chase our perfect dream. So that's my sharing. Thank you all. Oh wow. So from all the directors, we can feel the power of confidence, and we can understand their thoughts. And we know that opportunities are for those who are prepared. So that reminds me of what Kim Hui said. Kim Hui said, don't fight a battle unless you're prepared. So we need to love the process and believe in the process and have faith in order to find good results. So all these directors, they all share the same. They believe in the process, they dedicated, and they found results. And lastly, but also very importantly, our distinguished guest, Joy from Hong Kong. Joy, actually, and I go way back. I listened to Joy talk before at Jeunesse University. We're both Christians, and she followed the Bible to hone her leadership skills. So she really inspired me. So oftentimes she told me that oftentimes it's also just like Jiazhen said, sometimes we forget that we are the ace up our own sleeves. And to succeed with Jeunesse, it also takes wisdom. And in order to get more wisdom, you need to listen to those who are wise. So when your partners are more outstanding and more confident than you are, then what can you do? And what you can do is stay humble. So Joy grew up in Hong Kong. In 1997, she graduated from College of London, and she came back to Hong Kong and worked in finance and insurance industry. And she got really good results at her job. She was really outstanding as an insurance sales representative. However, she became a single mother, and in order to provide her kids with better lives, she had to leave her job. And she actually, in order to put her kid through school, she used up all her life savings. But then she got to know about Jeunesse. The products was the first thing that amazed her, because these Jeunesse products brought her health back to her. And she saw the good in Jeunesse, and she wanted to share with others. And within 3 years, Joy went from sharing about Jeunesse at home to becoming a diamond director. So she has a lot of experience and thoughts that she would like to share with all of us. And she would like to encourage all of us as well. So the topic for her is from social media to building a global platform. So Joy. Thank you, Kathy, for the introduction. I'm Joy from Hong Kong. So today, I'm very happy to meet all of you virtually online and share with you my thoughts. My son is 18 years old. So actually, I have been with Jeunesse for quite a while. So before Jeunesse, I've never tried other network marketing platforms, and I'm very fortunate that I have Jeunesse, and I would like to thank my team for achieving all these goals. And so I can say this to all of you. If you want to succeed, you have to really put yourself up for learning. You have to forget what you have been told in the past.
I remember when I was born and when I was a child, and at that time there was a landline. I mean, the telephone, you have to press the number on the phone. And then very quickly, you see there were wireless phone, and then you have phone available outdoors, meaning smartphone, mobile phones. For example, if you want to communicate with your friends or family abroad, you always have to call specific overseas phones. But now it's so different. Now at your mobile phone, as long as you have enough data, you actually can use communication app to connect with people around the world. And even video conferencing, I mean, you can use your mobile phone to do everything. So we can say currently the era is really different from the past now. I mean, we already have 5G, and the speed of transmission of data, it's unprecedented. It's something we never expected. So we can use mobile phone to accomplish various missions. And every day we see technology is advancing, and we have to follow up, and we have to stay open and developing new capabilities. And in Jeunesse, I think the simplest way is that you get to have a good mobile phone. In this mobile phone, I mean, you should have really updated, upgraded, and speedy and sufficient data plan, etc. And install the apps that you need, and you can access the Jeunesse platform easily. And also, I mean, the apps including WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, etc. I mean, there are Weibo, there are also Signal, BB, etc. Because in different parts of the country, people use different apps to communicate. So I think when you start working with Jeunesse, I mean, start with a mobile phone. And in the mobile phone, you get to have all these apps. However, when I meet new distributors, very often they use really feature phones, really simple smartphones. Maybe they have small memory, and for example, they cannot install more apps other than WeChat. And yet, if you want to start your business in e-commerce, my advice is that you start with a good mobile phone, because a lot of times we have all this digital or document, we have all these digital tools. For example, when you are doing streaming, live streaming, you have to be familiar with YouTube and Youku and everything. In mobile phone, there are lots of opportunities and a lot of tools, so you have to make the best use of your apps. And actually, mobile phones, they're comparable to the computer already, and a lot of documents, images, and videos you should be able to share and process instantly with your mobile phone, so you get to have good apps. And also when you are having online meeting, and I believe you have proper apps for that. And also in Jeunesse, I mean, we have a lot of good apps like J-Mobile, J-Office, Play Jeunesse, Share Jeunesse, all these apps, I mean, they're all ready for you. They're all prepared for you. Exact Connect, these events, the CVO, the Scott, they will be communicating with everyone. They are presenting to you, presenting to us the good news, the latest offerings. And also every month we can hear from different countries on Jeunesse Live. There are training programs and also Facebook and YouTube. You can find a lot of resources. All these official channels, there are a lot of things that you can share. So press like, and then you have to click to receive the notifications, and then you're not going to miss the latest information. So you can remind your partners to press like for all this social sharing. And on different platform, you can build different groups. For example, you can share the benefits of products. You should have a comprehensive group, for example, in your WhatsApp, and then you can share the latest information on products to a product group. And also for a corporate strategy group, you can share the different information accordingly. And also we have leader group and also core leader group. And there are group for new distributors, and also there are one-on-one communication channel with the key leaders. So you're not going to mix up or you're not going to share wrong information to the wrong person, and everything can be in sync. For example, there are groups dedicated to making new friends, meeting new people, or studying together. So with all these different layers of group building, I think it's a kind of team building. So that's really a way to manage your networks, in this digital era. And last year in 2020, due to the pandemic, people stayed at home. People couldn't go out and travel. So a lot of people, they feel down. So when you are connecting with your friends, for example, you can make a phone call, talk to them. And for example, on their birthdays, you can send a short text saying happy birthday, or you can make a phone call, try to connect and say a few more words, see if he or she has anything you need to take care. For example, you can send your blessings to him or to her, and you can share with them, for example, your experiences, how to get through the downtime. So you can build up level of confidence with them. And in 2021, we can accomplish our dream together. We can set the goals and work together. For example, we have going to Ruby. There is a short group, a small group, and in this, for example, go to Ruby. It's an event from the company. There are good programs, so we can learn together, and also we can polish our EQ, emotional quotient, because a lot of people nowadays, during the pandemic, people need support. So you can share with them. You can share your love with them. And in Jeunesse, I send you the best blessings. Have a great start in 2021. That's wonderful, Joy. Thank you so much. And this is really a feast. This is a wonderful opportunity that we can all listen to you. And during the pandemic, it's wonderful that we have this platform, this forum that we can hear from you. So I believe all the audiences are finding this forum fruitful. However, by the end of this forum, I want to speak something. I cite from the professor in Beijing, Guanghua College, Dr. Cai. I would like to share this blessing to everyone. He said, starting a business is a spiral process of creating value. So it's a spiral process. So it's very important that you get a clear look of the value of product. It's not about yourself. It's about the product. It's about the business. You have to look into the problem of general people. You have to provide services, serve your clients. And the most important thing for entrepreneur is your life and your time. So you're connecting the dots and you're dedicating yourself to the meaningful work. And eventually you reach the freedom of your thoughts, and also you build a sounder character. So that's the meaning of starting a business, of venturing new business. So my blessing to you is that you can start high, meaning having higher values when you're looking into this business, because after all, we all leave this world, and by the end of our life, it's not about the recognition, it's not about or for our fortune, it's about being loved and loving people. So may the God send blessings to everyone, to Jeunesse and to everyone. And I hope in 2021 we all go diamond. Thank you very much.